Imagine a world where 1 in 3 people vanish within months. A nightmare? This was reality during the Black Death, history's deadliest pandemic. It swept across continents, sparing no one, rich or poor, king or peasant. The Black Death wasn't just a plague, it was an apocalypse. A single pandemic that reshaped the world forever, collapsing empires, rewriting economies, and haunting our collective memory. Welcome to the story of the Black Death. So, let's set the scene. It's the mid-14th century, and Europe is bustling with activity. Trade routes are thriving, cities are growing, and people are living their lives. The year is 1347. Ships arrive in Europe carrying not just cargo, but death itself. What followed was a pandemic that would change history forever. The Black Death wasn't just a disease, it was a revolution. From mass graves to societal upheaval, its legacy still echoes today. Let's explore how it all began. Originating in Asia, this deadly disease travels along the Silk Road, hitching rides on fleas that infest rats. By the time it reaches Europe in 1347, it spreads like wildfire. Imagine entire towns being wiped out in a matter of days. One day you're chatting with your neighbor, the next day they're gone. The symptoms are horrifying. Victims experience fever, chills, vomiting, and excruciating pain. But the most terrifying sign? The black boils that appear on the skin, oozing pus and blood. It's no wonder people thought it was the end of the world. In just a few years, the Black Death claims the lives of an estimated 25 to 30 million people in Europe. That's about a third of the population. Cities like Florence, Paris, and London are decimated. The streets are filled with the dead and dying. It's a nightmare scenario, and how did people react? Well, they didn't exactly handle it well. Many believed it was a punishment from God, leading to mass hysteria and the persecution of minority groups. Others turned to extreme measures, like self-flagellation, hoping to atone for their sins. It was chaos. But amidst the darkness, there are some silver linings. The massive population decline leads to significant social and economic changes. With fewer workers, peasants demand better wages and working conditions. This shift helps to weaken the feudal system and paves the way for the Renaissance. The Black Death also prompts advancements in medicine and public health. People start to understand the importance of hygiene and quarantine. These lessons lay the groundwork for future medical breakthroughs. It's hard to imagine the sheer scale of devastation the Black Death brought to Europe, but it's a stark reminder of how fragile human societies can be, and how, even in the face of overwhelming tragedy, humanity has the resilience to rebuild and grow stronger. So there you have it. The Black Death, a plague that changed Europe forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the past. Until next time, stay curious.